Do you know what killed the dinosaurs?
I threw a rock at him. It was a big rock.
Because it's Thursday.
Hello, Watchtower Database, and welcome back to The Vanishing Point, the only bi-weekly YouTube show that dissects small chunks of the DCAU timeline to answer questions that you probably never even thought to ask. So, something has been bugging me for a while, and I need to go ahead and get it off of my chest. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you may recall that we've concluded that the Justice League animated series begins in the DC Animated Universe's 2000 and ends in 2002, and more recently, we've determined that the second volume of the Batman Adventures comic takes place during that series, with large chunks of the run being set in December of 2000 and June of 2001. But there's a problem with that placement that we kinda swept under the rug. And if you ask me, it's kind of a big problem, like dino size.
Hey, that's a giant dinosaur.
And I thought Batman was the detective.
You see, despite the giant dino being present in Starcrossed, it shouldn't be there, as Bruce gifted it to Nightwing when he moved to Bloodhaven, as seen in Batman Adventures Volume 2, number 12.
Somebody needs to expose the Watchtower Database for the frauds that they are.
But seriously, what exactly is going on with the giant dinosaur? And yes, we're doing a video on this. No, not because we're running out of ideas, but because it actually is really important to the continuity. To answer this question, I think we need to get to the bottom of where exactly it came from. According to A Little Piece of Trivia, which is a pop-up trivia track bonus feature for the episode A Little Piece of Home, included in the Superman the Animated Series Season 1 DVD set, producers considered having Superman give this dinosaur to Bruce Wayne, but the idea never made it to screen. This would have paid homage to the dinosaur that stood as a trophy in the Batcave in the Batman comics. This bonus feature is probably most infamously known for stating that the Teen Titans is part of the DCAU, but it had a lot of other fun dinosaur trivia that's pretty factual, such as dinosaurs are cool. The North American Tyrannosaurus Rex lived around 70 million years ago and weighed 10 tons. Real Tyrannosaurus Rex didn't have electric yellow eyes with cameras in them. Real Tyrannosaurus Rex weren't robots.
Did you know that dinosaurs had big ears, but everyone forgot because dinosaur ears don't have bones?
No, I didn't know that, Greg.
That's because it's not true. It's a rock fact.
And of course, dinosaurs are cool. But I already said that one. Now, despite this explanation having been given, unfortunately, it doesn't work in canon because, as we all know, Superman didn't meet Batman or his alter ego Bruce Wayne until the 3-part crossover event, World's Finest. And we can't go shuffling these episodes around either to make it work, since Kryptonite plays a big role in the narrative of World's Finest and was canonically first introduced in this episode. So, on to the next possibility. The time Batman actually fought a dinosaur.
Strange, isn't it? Dinosaurs have been dead for millions of years, yet they still get parts in movies. It hardly seems fair.
For those of you who don't watch these shows on a daily basis like we do, this fight took place in the new Batman Adventures episode Mean Seasons. The episode features Batman and Batgirl facing off with Calendar Girl Paige Monroe, a former actress turned to crime once she could no longer book gigs due to her age. Often the episode is mistaken to take place over the course of a year due to the fact that Paige strikes during events for different seasons, such as a fashion show that's showing off upcoming women's spring lines, a car show that claims to be showing off
the hot new car for summer,
and a GWB event showcasing upcoming fall shows. However, this simply can't be the case, as we're told,
I'm supposed to remind you about Bernie Benson's retirement dinner. It's this Friday.
Bernie's retiring?
And towards the end of the episode,
I'm afraid I won't be able to attend your retirement dinner, Bernie.
I understand, sir. You're very busy.
Actually, I've decided to cancel it.
Cancel?
I'm changing the retirement policy. You can work here for as long as you can do the job.
yes! So, realistically, this all takes place over a week. But what week? And what does this have to do with the dinosaur? Well, hold on, I'm getting to it. According to Fashion Week Online, women's springwear is shown off during September, which lines up perfectly with the fact that new cars are released in the fall, and that the host for the GWB event specifically states these shows are for this season.
The GWB is staking out new frontiers this season.
So we can safely assume that this episode takes place in September. Unfortunately though, this can't be the dinosaur that we see Batman give Dick, seeing as there's been a dinosaur in the Batcave since all the way back in Batman the Animated Series portion of the DCAU timeline, as seen in Batman Adventures number 14. And perhaps it was there in some of the episodes of BTAS as well. I'm not sure. There isn't a large list of dinosaur appearances online anywhere, and can you imagine trying to scan through every episode of the show just to figure that out? It'd take weeks, and I don't have that much time. Although usually we do stuff like that. I'm just lazy this time, guys. I'm sorry. So what's the deal? Well, despite fans consistently pointing to Mean Seasons as the dinosaur's origin, we actually do see its origin in Batman Adventures Volume 2, number 12. In fact, this was even a discussion that was had behind the scenes when writing that issue, as Dan Slott explained on Toon Zone. Ty told me that that story wouldn't work in continuity. Hadn't we already seen the story where they fought the robot dinosaur, Mean Seasons? And then I said the biggest piece of nonsense to come out of my mouth in years. No, I told him, that's the one where they fought a robot dinosaur, not the robot dinosaur. And with my rationalization firmly backing me up, I went on to work on my favorite 5-page story of the entire run. But if I knew this story existed all along, why did I take you on this dinosaur hunting journey? Well, if you'll recall, as I said at the top of the video, this story just doesn't line up with Batman still having the dinosaur during Justice League. Or does it? As a quick refresher, Batman Adventures Volume 2, number 12 is one of the handful of issues that happens to take place in June of 2001, at least for the main story. As would probably make sense, the 5-page backstory, which goes over the dinosaur's origin and Dick's relocation to Bloodhaven, takes place in flashback. Luckily, due to clues given through character's wardrobe, we're able to deduce that Dick's relocation, as well as receiving the dinosaur, takes place the fall prior. And this is why the placement of Mean Seasons is important to smoothing out the wrinkles here. If Dick left Gotham in the fall, was gifted the dinosaur, and then Batman and Batgirl fought a giant dinosaur in September, everything works out perfectly. Dick can have a giant dinosaur in Bloodhaven, which has been in the Batcave since even before BTAS starts, and Bruce can have another giant dinosaur for Wally to gawk at by the time of Starcrossed. But now that I have all of that laid out for you, it's time to get to the question of the day. What do you call a pterodactyl mixed with a T-Rex? A T-Rectodactyl.
Pterodactyl mixed with a T-Rex. T-Rectodactyl.
No, but seriously, what's your favorite dinosaur? Could be a specific type or like a dinosaur character from a movie? Personally, I've always been a fan of Triceratops, but if we're going with dinosaur characters, Petrie from Land Before Time has always been my homie. I'd love to hear what you guys think, so as always, be sure to drop your answers down under in the Australia box. Of course, before I go, I want to give a shout out to all of these lovely people who have helped support us on Patreon this month. If you don't see your name on there and would like for it to be slapped on for the next time, you can go to patreon.com/DCAU Watchtower, and we'll get it on there for as low as $1. But while you're there, be sure to check out all the other perks, because there's lots of cool stuff going on. As I've said before, whether you donate $1 or $1 billion, we super appreciate it. It helps make sure we can pay food and eat our rent. Wait, no. Where exactly it came from. Can you stop him? A pop-up trivia track, but oh my f***ing god. Archer, I will murder you. Credit cards and the scanners. But I don't even remember. Does anyone remember all the words to panda? But yeah, he's just gonna put some of that shit in here to pad out the runtime because this is a short episode. But with all that being said, I've been Maddie Washburn. This has been The Vanishing Point and will continue to stay those things so long as you continue to stay you. I love you bunches and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Now, go watch more of our videos, share them on all your favorite social media sites, put them on Reddit, put them on Facebook, put them on Twitter, download them and put them on Instagram. Just, I dare you. Do it. I told you guys last time that I would kidnap your dads if you don't. And honestly, I am running out of space to put them.